You know, Nigeria is a big country.
And another factor.
You know,
that
it really helps.
Nigeria doesn't want us to say, my people will not be happy.
No, yeah, but it's a fact. They have a big number. They are like 5 times our size. So the number of reach is like me in the publishing industry. If I publish a book, I'm only targeting like 30 million people. And how many of them are even my target group? Like about 3 million, 10% of them. But if you publish in Nigeria, how many are you targeting? Over 200 million people.
Yeah.
You see, so if they want those up there to promote them, I think some of them do it like on TikTok. They dance to every new song. They come with new trends so people follow and all that. I am not doing that, but I know a number of people are doing it.
Yeah.
I don't think that's enough, because if you're speaking Chi on your TikTok channel, do you think someone who speaks English or maybe German or French or something receives that? It doesn't even pop up in the algorithm.
Ride or drive with Shaxi. Download the Shaxi ride-hailing app and sign up as a driver or rider. Get Shaxi today from the Google Play and Apple App Store today.
Well, so for the past 2 days, those who have been watching Showbiz Daily right here on Sammy Flex TV might have seen a new face and might have heard a new voice in the person of Marshall. And I want to believe you guys are enjoying his submission. Though you've not given me a welcome yet. I know you people, you have a way of welcoming my guest. Have you been reading some of the comments on our shows?
Yeah, last time you drew my attention. So they're all nice now. I know they're
all nice now, eh?
Yeah.
It is because you are saying what they want to hear. So one day, when you say what they don't want to hear, or when you say something opposite their views, they will welcome you.
Yeah, I know. It's the internet. It's not a fair place.
Well, so I keep telling you guys that Marshall will be representing us in America when he goes back to his city. And again, he'll be giving us some reports from time to time. But I want to find out something from him in today's conversation, in this edition called the Real Talk edition. He has been a Ghanaian, obviously. He's lived in Ghana for a good number of years and now relocated to America. Still, I want to believe he has eyes and ears for our industry down here. This conversation is going to be what he sees, what we are doing right, what we are doing wrong, the individuals among us who he thinks have the possibilities to shoot us to the world, and those who may be sinking us. This and many more are what we are about to discuss in this edition of Real Talk here on Sammy Flex TV with my team of producers, Theophilus Digos, there's that, as well as Sam Tuga. We do this for God, we do this for ourselves, and we do this for Ghana. You are welcome. Marshall, welcome.
Thank you.
I know you have been a movie guy, writing scripts, part of production, and all. Sometimes the non-cliche that we hear in the movie industry is dead. The movie industry is dead. That has been the cliche. As a movie person who has been with the creme de la creme of actors and producers, when you hear that statement, what comes to mind? The movie industry is dead.
It just makes me sad. Nothing comes to mind. It makes me sad because I was young when I saw a Kumawood grow with VCDs.
Okay.
And how Ejako, Lowen, and all these people were making a lot of money. Although we in Accra were not making much.
Okay.
Then because the industry wasn't buying, the Ghana people were not buying our CDs like they did with the Kumasi movies.
Okay.
Now, even the Kumasi movies are not making money, and everybody is doing YouTube now. Which you ask yourself, where is the industry? I know a few people who are really like still holding the frontiers, like with the industry. Like you see, Menzia Production, Mesesiedu, and Nana Jimendia. You know, they still have the production of the TV series of epic movies like past stories and all that going on. And you have someone like let me go back to Mesesiedu.
Okay.
They have a whole village they built dedicated to making this movie.
I heard about that. I think he and the husband, the chief of the area.
Yeah. they have that. And then you see someone like DeGraft. He's always producing movies. He's always trying to do TV series and all that because that's really what he loves doing.
Okay.
And then you have people like Shirley Frimpong, who should be huge on Netflix by now. You get, but I don't know how it's going for her lately. There's so many people who are very passionate about it, but the industry didn't prepare for the future we are in right now.
Okay.
Where there was no more VCDs, no more DVDs, and so everything was going to go online and streaming. And we don't have so many theaters that we're going to say, oh, we're premiering. It's not just going to be in Accra, Silverbed, West Coast Mall, and then Accra Mall. It's going to be all over the country. And it's not going to be at TV3's theater. What do they call it?
Studio B.
No, they have a name.
The Kanda.
Yeah, they have this theater. I think we premiered one movie there once. Yeah.
So great. Safo also did one premiere some days later.
Yeah. So
I think that was when he did the Hot Folk movie.
Yeah. So it doesn't make me happy that the industry is dead because there are a lot of people who were very passionate about making sure this industry really grows, and it didn't happen that way. And most of them don't know what to do with their lives these days because everything they wanted, every plans they had was within the industry.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, in your own estimation, do you think indeed that cliche is what it is? Is the industry dead?
When you say something is dead, it means it's dead. It's not coming back. But, there was a time when we moved from cassettes, the VHS, and everybody thought the industry was dead. You know what I mean? But in the end, the VCDs, the Kumasi people reignited it, and the VCD, came up, and it was huge. And the good thing about the VCD was that people were buying the decks for their homes.
I remember.
Yes, but now there is myriad of media and so much noise out there that people cannot target one thing and say, we're only interested in this.
Okay.
And mind you, back then too, people got movies like 3 years after they've been premiered in America. But now the movie comes today, everybody's watching.
Yeah. So
the industry is not really dead because I feel it has an opportunity to come back with good plans, with good.
And who are those going to bring those plans? Is it
who are those? I think it's the government mostly.
Individuals? Government.
Yeah, when we say government,
but for the years that you have been around, do you think government has been any good to the industry, the movie industry, or better to the general entertainment industry?
I'll not say it's the government. I'm always going to say that the people who talk to the government are the ones who may misinform the government, but they may talk to the government in a way that favors them. So you realize there's always new people who the government picks to help certain industries, and you wonder if they are really going to help, but they only push agendas that favor them. Because for the movie, I remember I started this proposal. I sent it to most of friends I knew in the industry. That look, nobody should have their own streaming network like Netflix
in Ghana.
I don't name names. Certain people had their own streaming websites where their movies were there. You can go and pay 2 CD or something and watch and all that. Instead of that, why don't we all consolidate and have one app like Netflix, which belongs to just Ghana, and every single person will upload their movie on, okay? And then we have a deal with some of these telecommunication companies where they will say, oh, if you're streaming, it's free. No data charges. So people can just, pay their due, because people are going to say, me sure I didn't know internet, so yeah, stream me data, and I'm send to your subscription. So maybe we give the telcos some percentage, and then say you're paying 10 CDs for a month, but you can stream every Ghanaian movie you want, like Netflix does.
Okay.
But people didn't agree. I had some friends like Hinenos, the strong guys, supporting what I was saying, and we went to talk to other people, because I was ready with the app. I was going to really, I'm a tech person.
Okay.
way back. So like I knew we could,
Do something like
do
that.
something like that easily. But everyone had their own small app, and everybody was just trying to do their own thing. And you go to this person's site. I don't name names, but I'm sure you know. You go to this person's site. You pay for only the person's movie, and then you go to the next person and pay for only. You think people are going to go between these places? You see. So the only solution is, when I say government coming in, it's not for the government to say, "Oh, we're bringing new money to push the industry." It's not just money. It's not about regulating to make sure we all have one umbrella, point where we can stream our products through.
Okay. Now moving it away from government to individuals. We've had people like Abdul Salam, the Kofi Asamoahs. They are newcomers. Miracle Films, and a good number of them. Why did they also not take advantage of Netflix when it became the global standard? Because they had the content. They were producing the movies. So if you cannot put the movies on VCDs again, why are you not going there to get the movies to the world?
So
you and I would agree. You sit in a plane, you want to watch something from Ghana, and it's hard to get any.
But the ones on the plane is not Netflix.
No, I'm still talking about distribution of their movies. You can get movies from Uganda, Nigeria, and South Africa.
But I've seen Kofi Asamoah's movie on the plane before.
Exactly. Not all of them do. That's what I'm saying. Some of them. So I'm expecting that the pioneers who were there, when the culture moved from VCD to streaming online, why were they still locked down here in Ghana?
So there is this human behavior. We are usually resistant to change. Okay, when new things are coming, you remember the guy who swore, the Nokia guy who swore iPhone was going to be a terrible product.
Yeah.
And he swore nobody's going to spend $500 to buy an iPhone that time. An iPhone without a keyboard. A phone without a keyboard, nobody's going to like it. And where is he now? But look where iPhone is.
Yeah.
You see, we are in a 16 version.
Yeah.
You see, so people are very comfortable when something is working for them. When it so happens that they need to, do something new, come up, when someone brings something new that challenges what they already know, then there's this, cognitive dissonance. They feel very uncomfortable with this new belief that challenges the traditional one they already have. Okay. So I won't blame them for not wanting to change, because, listen, we were not born into technology. We were always here, and technology kept coming and kept changing. So we are not, programmed to just accept any new technology that comes, like the VCDs. What I rather think is that the associations that were regulating, not really regulate, but helping the various...
Like what, 5-pack?
Yes. Ghana Directors Guild Association, Ghana Film Producers Association, and all that. You see,
Actors Guild and those
Actors Guild and all these. They have leaders who, they can... they can, look at...
I'm laughing upon mentioning of these guilds and associations.
Yeah.
The individuals wouldn't even want to deal with them, honestly.
Yeah, it was all about the titles.
Because, Actors Guild, for instance, at a point, no Ghanaian actor was proud to be a part of the Actors Guild, because they felt like, Charlie, this is a dead working institution. You understand? They were not proud of it. Now, what is happening to Actors Guild now? Ask yourself, is the guild still there? Don't we have actors?
I have no idea.
Don't we have actors in Ghana? So what is happening to it? So those institutions, I wouldn't say they have failed. I'll leave that one for people to judge. So I would rather ask the individuals who were blessed to have shot into fame, what did they also do for the industry? Like you mentioned Van Vicker. You mentioned Jackie Appiah. You mentioned John Dumelo and the rest of the people, Majid Michel. Those who had breakthrough into Nigerian market and all. I thought they could have also brought some change a little bit, even among the producers. So but at a point, maybe it became an individual fight, like you said.
No, apart from an individual fight, one thing you should also know is that being on set, actors don't have a say. they are just employees on set. Actors don't really have a say. And they only do what the directors want and the producer has paid for.
Okay.
Is it so? What would Majid or say Van Vika? I'm not speaking for them.
Yeah.
But what can they say to a producer like Abdul Salam to change? When Abdul Salam thinks he has a formula that's working. You get? Well, even me, as someone who worked in the movie several times with The Graft, as a director who is supposed to be like, if it's a school, the headmaster of the school. Okay, what can I tell The Graft if he says, hey, it's my money and we shooting to 1 a.m. even if the light is not good? You get? So unless the actor wants to be a producer, like Yvonne Nelson, some of the other people did, that they can have their own,
ways of doing it.
But if you keep being an actor, you're working for someone, you just do your job and go.
Is there hope for the movie industry still?
There is. And it only depends on the government now.
Well, anything that has to do with government is another ball game altogether. But then let's switch attention to music. I'm not too sure how music fan you are, though. But still, watching from out there in here, how do you see our music industry? For the music industry, I'm not sure someone can say the music industry is dead. Thank God.
No.
They are not saying that. For the music industry, at least it is thriving on its own, though individually. What do you also see, Marshall?
Well, I see the music industry is thriving just as you said. But me, I'm very competitive. I hate the fact that it looks like Ghanaians are losing to Nigeria. When we were kids, I remember...
Ghanaians are losing to Nigeria. How do you...
Like the artists, where they're going internationally and all that. Ghanaian musicians are not going that far. I saw Amere recently, and I was very happy for the performance she did at Coachella. But apart from her, and I see your man, what's his name? Black Sheriff in New York, in modeling. I saw him on Times Square once, and I was proud. I went to Times Square, and I saw him on one of the boards. And I was proud he was on. But when you look at things that this Shatta is one of our favorite people here. Top 3: Shatta, Sarkodie, Stonebwoy. You get, but these 3, do you know them beyond Africa? If let's say New York, Bronx is where all Africans and all these guys are.
Oh, but Shatta, after his collaboration with Beyonce, got some attention.
He got some attention.
Yeah.
But the question is, did they stay in their minds?
That attention was not limited to Africa.
I understand.
This is Beyonce we're talking about.
Yes,
like
Beyonce,
the queen of music in the world.
Yeah, queen of pop music.
Exactly.
Music anyway. But see, I'm not taking that from Shatta. I'm saying he got some attention, but did he stay in their minds? Because it was just one song. You get. If there are so many, he did Gringo. Gringo was nice. It got a lot of people looking at it again. And we got the Asaka Boys and Yao Talk doing Your Best Sorry. And that one was rather negative press in America. Like, the way the African Americans reacted was bad.
For when they were doing that kind of sound.
Yeah, they hated the fact that we're doing drill in Africa. And they thought they brought drill in New York and Chicago.
Oh, how? So nobody should do drill apart from them?
Let's not talk about them. I'm not interested in how they feel. You get me? Like, I'm not... People should learn. They are not learning that much, But what all I'm saying is, we don't have artists who can compare with Wizkid, Davido, Remy.
Rema, okay.
Is it Rema?
Yeah,
Rema.
Yeah.
The lady in no, not Tiwa, the one in South Africa.
Water.
That girl.
Yeah.
Make me water. So that lady.
Yeah.
We can compare with her. Who else? There's so many higher star.
Okay.
Yeah, Nigeria, that lady. We don't have anyone out there like that. I thought Black Sheriff was going to be the one. Yeah, maybe he will.
But have you also asked that? Have you gotten that financial support? Have you given them? Let me put it like that. Have you given them that push, that financial push that those you mentioned that are starring the terms and the videos, they got some push behind them. Have our people gotten it?
No, I'm not blaming these artists for not being out there.
Okay.
That's what I'm doing.
Okay.
You asked me a question. If I'm okay with
the
our industry,
yeah.
and I'm saying I don't like the fact that Nigerians are ahead of us, because I remember when we were young, Nigerians knew us for our music. They were not the music people. It was us, and we knew them for their movies.
Yeah.
You remember back then.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden, they have the music.
Okay.
So it's my personal opinion that
I get it.
It doesn't make me happy. I'm not saying the artists here are not doing their part. Like, they are doing very well. But
So what are some of your suggestions that you think, when may be implemented, or when we do, we are able, or we'll be able to get some of them at the top? Because I have been close to these artists we are talking about.
mostly
And
Shatta.
trust me, individually. Even beyond Shatta. But Shatta, I'm now with, but I've been with more of them. Individually, they are putting it in their all. Individually, they are putting in their all, like everything that they have to do to get there.
I believe you. I believe them. Yeah.
But then, it is still not easy. So you mentioned the video, you mentioned Wizkid, and you ask, okay, how did it happen for them? It happened because there was something that catapulted them, poof.
And they also have the
here.
numbers. You know, Nigeria is a big country.
And another factor,
You know,
that
it really helps
Nigeria
them.
doesn't want us to say, my people will not be happy.
No, yeah, but it's a fact. They have a big number. They are like 5 times our size. So the number of reach is like, me in the publishing industry, if I publish a book, I'm only targeting like 30 million people. And how many of them are even my target group? Like about 3 million, 10% of them. But if you publish in Nigeria, how many are you targeting? Over 200 million people.
Yeah.
You see, so they have an advantage. It's the same with the United States, same with Russia and China and all these countries.
Just that now they will argue that you don't have boundaries because we are all online.
Oh, we do have boundaries because we are all tribal. Okay, we're very tribal because if music comes and it's from Ghana, you definitely want the Ghanaian person to make it more than a Nigerian, and the Nigerian wants a Ghanaian person to make a Nigerian person to make it more than Ghana. Unless you want to be pretentious or be oblivious to the fact that human beings are naturally biased. Okay, so we all want to push something from our region. We're very tribal.
Fact.
Okay, so we cannot ignore the fact that some people are more than we are. Okay, it's 180 to 200 million people against 34 million people.
Yeah.
It's not, you can't have the same sales target. Okay, and it will not be the same. So when a Ghanaian is able to break in Nigeria, the person gets more.
So let me put you to this task. Have you done this before? Like maybe you and your people, white people. So let me introduce you to, say, Shatawa. Let me introduce you to Stonebwoy. Have you done that before?
Cool.
You did that with Blacko?
Yeah, Black Sheriff. When I think second sermon
yeah.
came, I did that with my friends at work.
Okay.
And I introduced, and they liked him, and they were surprised they didn't hear of him. And I told them, oh, you guys, you don't know, he's at Times Square. Like I was telling them, like.
So how often do you people abroad do some of these things to help our guys also get to the level that you want them to get to? So you'll be proud.
So let's say this. Let's not be entitled by the requirements, especially of people out there, that they have to do something for artists here because they have their lives. Let me ask you.
But you want them to grow, Marshall.
Yeah, I want them to grow.
You want them to compete with Wizkid. You want them to compete with Davido.
Yes. I want them to compete.
It has to start from somewhere.
It has to.
Something has to kick in. So like what you did for Blacko. Imagine you've done it for a good number of them and to more people. Not a task, not like a responsibility on you. But
so let's not be entitled. Because I don't think Blacko is out there promoting my books. It's like, oh, Marshall, when you go to EPP, you're going to get his book here and all that. He's not doing that for me. Obia tried Debeboa or know the craft. No? You get?
Yeah.
But I can also blame the Ghanaian media for the fact that they ignore publishers, writers, and all that, and they concentrate on musicians and actors and all that. But the publishing industry, you go to America, writers, publishers, some of them are celebrities in equal rights like musicians. But it's not the same here. Nobody cares about that. But I'm not entitled that I should have so much expectation of the media that I have to do something they don't want to do. That's the same. I don't think it's a responsibility of people abroad to promote Ghanaian artists or artists they like. Well, I did that for Blacko because I like the second sermon, not because I wanted to promote him. That's a fact. Okay, and for you to get people to organically promote you as an artist, you have to come up with things they like, so they do it willingly.
Okay.
You see, so if they want those up there to promote them, I think some of them do it like on TikTok. They dance to every new song. They come with new trends, so people follow and all that. I am not doing that, but I know a number of people are doing it.
Yeah.
I don't think that's enough, because if you're speaking Chi on your TikTok channel, do you think someone who speaks English or maybe German or French or something receives that? It doesn't even pop up in the algorithm.
Yeah.
So I think the only advantage these people have is they've been able to push to the American media. It's more like if you're able to make it in America, you make it in the world. So the way Shatta was going, if he kept on releasing more songs with more American artists and all that, I'm sure he would have been in their public consciousness. And they'll now Burna Boy is American. Not as in,
I get what
but
you
everybody
mean.
knows
I get
Burna
what you
Boy.
mean. Yeah, I get what you mean.
He held a concert at Madison Square Gardens and everybody came.
Marshall, it's money. Trust me.
Yeah.
Yeah. You see, in all these things you've mentioned, it is money. That's what I'm saying. The artists, they've done their best.
I believe you.
They've done their best. They've put in their all. Many of our Ghanaian artists are independent artists. Many of them. They are independent artists. They don't even have any record label to deal with. The record labels might not be impressed with their numbers to invest huge amount of money in them. They are doing it on their own. Maybe it is up to us to find another way to also make sure they are there. They are doing their best. They are doing their best. Is it government? No, I don't have confidence in government.
So what do you think the Nigerians are doing differently? They are paying more?
People are putting money into their industry.
Are they getting the returns for the investment?
They are.
So are you saying that if people should invest more in Ghanaian artists, they will get the money back?
We will. We will. It is possible.
But there are so many rich people in Ghana. If that was a problem,
another time. This is the topic we'll be talking about.
There's so many rich people who can afford.
Another time, this is the real conversation. You see, this, what you just said, is the real conversation. Because when you go to Nigeria, it is not government who is investing into their arts. Either corporate bodies or individuals. So you go there, there is someone behind someone like Don Jazzy, giving him millions of dollars. Pick Thames, pick Arasta, pick this one. Take them there. But what money can't do? The Blacko thing you saw at Times Square.
It's a lot of money.
It's money. Burna Boy coming to perform in Madison Garden. It is money. Our boys, who is bringing in the money? That's the conversation. That's the whole conversation about why maybe you see this, that, and you're not seeing Shatta Wale.
But
it is money.
But don't we have enough investors here? People with the money willing to invest as long as there will be good returns.
We have them here. They've not seen
it. Is it rather that we are not pitching it right?
They've not seen the gold in the industry. They believe selling pure water does it for them. You understand? They believe selling phones does it for them. They've not seen it. Maybe that is where our next conversation we should really... Most of these people who were selling cassettes, who were selling CDs, when the industry changed, what did they invest in? They went to sell phones.
And laptops.
And laptops. But ask yourself, if at that time, say Ajikot, say Frame Prince, those people, if at that time they have moved to Apple Music, they've moved to Spotify, they've moved to AudioMac. Okay, I'm from Ghana. we want one particular branch on your app from Ghana where everything Ghana redump it there. Do you think like you'll be here? But no, they did. Nobody saw it. They all thought Charlie and they say and to see this being there. And my main cover phones better way. I'll call bridge. Your cover phones better on your phone. So now, but we are showbiz space and I'm musician our friend. Hey, David, I'm person better on can. But imagine at that time someone has started a conversation. Okay, Spotify. I want a slot, a category, Ghana song. That's you. When you are in America and you want to listen to them, you know, oh, I'm going to Spotify, Ghana, and the songs will be playing.
But I'm able to do that with my Apple Music.
No, I know. But do we own it? We don't own it.
Oh, we don't.
That's what I'm saying. Someone could have gone for a franchise, like business talk.
So Nigerians have something like that?
They might not have it, but they have influence on what is happening there. They might not have one, which is Nigerian, but they have influence on what is happening there. Since you are a user of these streaming platforms, you might have seen this. Play random song. Let that song end and you don't look for another one. Before you see, a Nigerian song is playing.
Yeah.
You think it is just by chance?
They've influenced the algorithm.
End of the story.
Yeah.
So, Marshall, we'll meet again. We have to let the dream become a reality.
Yeah.
So you guys there watching and being worried, being disturbed why we are not there, we pray that you all guys will look for the right people to start conversations with. So that we can make some money. But I'll talk to my people finally before we close. Your hope. Bring your hope alive.
My hope
to the people.
My hope is that we Ghanaians who are more talented than Nigerians, I know they're going to come at me in the comment section, when it comes to music, because historically we've been the leaders in music.
Of course.
Yeah,
of course.
and I'm hoping that we get our rights back. We don't want Nigeria to fall. We want Nigeria to keep soaring. But at least we want to be able to compete and also be out there. You know, like equally, like have the artists out there like Burna Boy. I haven't been a fan of Burna Boy's music until he collaborated with a band, which is my favorite band,
which is
Coldplay.
Oh, okay.
The British band Coldplay for the song "We Pray." And since then, I've been reading about Burna Boy, listening to his music. Nothing, just to, and I like him. I like him now. So I think some of these collaborations out there, Coldplay, maybe you should look into, getting your artist to do something with Coldplay because they're very open.
Yeah, but once again, you might see it's open, but it's not open like that. It is a business table. What are you bringing?
What do I know? I'm not a music person. I just listen and I love it.
And then what are you bringing on the table? It is what you are bringing on the table that does it. But I know it has been great having your thoughts on how we are doing here. Hope is not lost. That one I can tell you.
Yeah, I believe that too.
Hope is not lost. Maybe it might not happen in our generation. Who knows? Because the new people coming up, they are really trying. They are forcing.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens for us.
Know.
Well, this is what the people out there, what they follow from Ghana, this is what they see. He's not telling lies. He's actually speaking from his own facts. And indeed, they are the realities. Is that the end of the world? Is that the end of the story? We can change it. Who is starting that change? Who is going to be that agent of change? That will be our next conversation. We're out of here.
Everybody check now. Check it. Fact check it. Fact check it. Check it. The beat is real. Don't wait, make it kill ya. Get your green select glucometer and check it. Sugar level, check it. Fact check it. Fact check it. Fact check it. Green select glucometer. Fact check it. Put sugar level, fact check it. Fact check it. Fact check it. Green select glucometer. Everybody check now.
This advert has been vetted and approved by the FDA.